Now let's talk about cover letters. So when applying for jobs, a cover letter is essentially a document that goes with your resume. It serves as a personal introduction to your application and aids in itself. Now, it allows you to explain to an employer why you are the ideal candidate for the position. And this is basically accomplished by emphasizing relevant talents and expertise. And as a result, you should always tailor your cover letter for the position you're applying for. Now, cover letters add context to your resume, and essentially they allow you to sell your skills and experience to potential employers. Now, in my personal experience, a formal cover letter is not always necessary, and let me explain. Usually, a cover letter is composed of a few paragraphs where basically you are getting in touch and you're showing that you're a real person with real desire, interest in applying for that job or position, and that you have experience and skills that match their need for that employee or contractor. Now, usually when you're applying these days to job posts, you would not necessarily need a traditional cover letter, which is usually a PDF, a very formal one. But usually this can be an email or even a message which you send on LinkedIn. So you just want to keep in mind that you wanted to convey a few elements and communication touch points, which we're going to describe in just a moment. But the way that you do it doesn't really matter, meaning that you don't necessarily need a formal PDF. At least in my experience, I've been doing this for over 10 years. I've been working for over 40 clients, and I pretty much never had a formal cover letter. Now, I get that in some corporate environments, maybe it's required. So it really depends on the application. If a cover letter is required in the application, definitely add a formal PDF. So that being said, let's move on. Let's talk about one of the most important elements. And as you might have noticed, the trend, it's always around minimalism and keeping things simple and straight to the point. In the cover letter, this is also true. So you want to keep it short. You don't want to create an entire document with your entire personal history, talking about when you were born and all the way to uni and beyond. You want to keep it short. You want to keep the cover letter focused on a few touch points, which are going to be the ones which we're going to describe here. So when it comes to the main structure, and you don't necessarily need to follow it in this particular order, but you definitely want to include all these communication elements. So the very first thing that you want to do is to communicate why you're writing the letter. So just expressing interest in their company, essentially. Now, secondarily, you want to talk about your work experience and skill match with the job requirement. And essentially, this is where you actually go and sell yourself, quote unquote, and you show why you are a good match for them. And also, on top of that, you want to add why you are suitable for the job, why you want to do it, because it's not only about the skill match, but also what is your desire to join that particular company? Why do you want to tackle that particular project? Employers are really interested in working with motivated people and someone who is really looking forward to work with them, and also that maybe they have things in mind like, are they going to match and blend with our team? And things like that can be communicated in one way, shape, or form in the cover letter. Now, you also want to reiterate your interest and show desire for an interview. So this is the final call to action, if you wish. And let's go on. And a quick question which I received a few times is how to sign off the letter. Now, how you sign off your cover letter depends on how you addressed it. And if you include a name contact, sign off with something like yours sincerely. And if you use a general greeting, just finish off with yours faithfully. Now, again, I'm no English teacher, but this is just basic grammar and elements, which they all add up in the final result. Now let's explore an example of a cover letter. So over here we have your mark. This can be more formal, the first part, or less formal. It really depends on the company, if you know who you're talking with. And over here we have, I'd like to introduce myself as a candidate for UI UX designer role at company XYZ. So as you can see, you're basically stating why you're interested in applying for this particular job. As a UI UX designer with marketing experience, understand the importance of good design in order to increase sales. Now, this is a case where you're applying to a marketing focused company. So you're basically talking about why you could be a good fit for them specifically. And this is really powerful. This really makes you stand out compared to other designers who just they don't have marketing experience, and they're not focused on maybe their goals, which would be in order to increase sales. I'm confident in applying for this position because of my recent work experience and education, and again, a range of design and marketing skills in my previous work as a designer at a company to produce creative, imaginative, and unique app designs for brands worldwide. So again, you're showing your experience, and even more on that, I'm a certified Adobe expert, and I've always had an eye for visual problem solving. So again, showing off your skills, where you could be a good fit for them. And then when it comes to criticizing others and their work, I take satisfaction in being kind and honest. So this is showing a little bit about your personality and your mindset, which is always good. Now you talk about some of your education, which could help. And over here, University ABC provided me with the design and marketing skills I needed to advance in my work as a designer. I earned a graphic design degree with a marketing minor. Color theory, visual design, user experience, branding, and business administration were among the topics I studied about. So again, talking about some of your education, which can help. And at the very end, thank you for taking the time to consider me for the designer position at your company. I'm really interested in learning more about the job and the firm. Sincerely, Andrew. So as you can see, we have this final call to action, if you wish, talking about why you're interested and the fact that you're looking forward to learn more, which is aka I wanted to hop on a call or do an interview with you. So this would be pretty much it. I would keep it like this simple. No need for making it much longer or shorter. Just keep it straight to the point, and employers will definitely appreciate it.